One of the most important and common mix-up situations for Abigail is the knockdown after his run grab. Following in dash, he's +1, so he gets to exert offensive pressure. The thing that a lot of people are afraid of in this situation is his command grab. That leads them to choose options such as backdash or neutral jump, which will avoid the command grab. However, though these avoid the command grab, they are risky because if Abigail knows that that's the option that's going to be chosen, he can punish both of them very hard. And it turns out he actually does so with the same button, crouch heavy punch. As you see with the backdash, he gets a crush counter. And with the neutral jump, he gets a very good knockdown. So, what you have to ask yourself is, are there any options that will avoid the command grab and the crouch heavy punch? And the answer is yes. It turns out that if you mash any 4-frame normal, you'll counter hit the command grab and the crouch heavy punch. Okay? Now, once again, you ask yourself, well, what if Abigail knows that that's what's going to happen? Well, if you're just mashing and not reacting to the dash, you get crush counting. You can avoid this by simply waiting to see that he dashes before you mash. But even so, Abigail still gets a mix-up here against a character with a 4-frame normal. He can either go for a regular throw, or he can go for a meaty crouch light kick, off of which he gets a combo. So, for characters with a 4-frame normal, the options really are mash, tack, or reversal if you have one. For characters with a 3-frame normal, the choice is a little more interesting, because Abigail can no longer do regular throw, and his crouch light kick won't hit counter hit, it will trade. And it will trade at a range where he can't get a combo. So mashing a 3-frame normal on wake up is actually a very good way to transfer the risk towards Abigail. What I mean by this is that Abigail does have a response to 3-frame in his parry, but if he dashes and does parry, and the defender does not push a button, Abigail is in a state where he can be crush countered. So, instead of the person waking up, taking on the risk, Abigail has to take on the risk. The last defensive option I want to explore is one that's a little more intricate in how it's going to have to be used, and that's V-shift. So, the reason I didn't discuss this right away is because if you do it as soon as possible, you still get counter hit. And the reason for that is that V-shift is only invulnerable for the first 9 frames, and in that setup, Abigail's +1, his crouch heavy punch is 11 frames, so it hits on frame 10. So that means that doing V-shift immediately on wake up at reversal timing is still going to lose just like a backdash would. That being said, if you delay it a little bit, you can get a punish now. What's interesting about this is that there is a timing where you can block for a few frames on wake up and V-shift and beat every option. You'll block the meaty, you'll avoid the command grab, or block, see what I mean? You block the meaty, avoid the command grab, and you'll V-shift and trigger the slowdown on the crouch spheres. I would not recommend doing that unless you're, at a higher level and you're really wanting to dive into the game. Otherwise, I would just rotate between blocking, tacking, and mashing a 3-frame if you have one. And of course, never forget, you can always shore you can. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was useful. Have a good time.